Welcome to KZ Auto Hub, where innovation, brute force, and untamed luxury collide into a singular automotive experience. Unlike anything else on the road, today we present the most aggressive, most unapologetically bold machine to ever emerge. From the mind of high-performance luxury, the Mercedes Brabus Crawler, a vehicle so outrageous, so purpose-built, and so shockingly dominant that it doesn't even pretend to play by the rules. This isn't your average SUV, not your typical G-Wagon variant, not even your expected Brabus-tuned monster. This is something else entirely. A sandstorm in the shape of an off-road beast, a mechanical apocalypse that has decided to wear a luxury badge. We begin in the most unexpected place for a machine like this. Inside a high-end, modern car showroom with marble floors, architectural lighting, ambient music, and polished European supercars lined up like pieces of art. And then there it is, the Brabus Crawler, standing in the middle like a predator that wandered into an art gallery. And yet, it doesn't feel out of place. If anything, it redefines the showroom around it. Its presence commands respect. Its silhouette doesn't just stand, it looms, with a matte desert sand carbon fiber body that swallows reflections and a lifted stance that makes everything else in the room feel miniature. People walk around with stunned expressions, unable to process whether they're looking at a military prototype or an automotive revolution. It's tall, wide, unapologetically exposed, the tube-frame chassis on full display, reinforced at every joint, and the suspension travel is like something from a trophy truck. Massive coilovers and dampers peeking out from the wheel wells, hinting at a purpose that far exceeds the carpeted floors it currently rests on. Yet this isn't just some off-road race car. It's a Brabus, and that means power, craftsmanship, and menace in mechanical form. Up front, the face is ferocious, featuring a carbon fiber grille embedded with the bold Brabus logo, twin LED, light bars sitting atop the roofline, and massive intakes carved into the armored bumper like battle scars. The fenders are flared beyond recognition, housing massive off-road tires wrapped around forged beadlock-style wheels, the kind you see on Dakar rally stages. And then, of course, there's the stance, impossibly tall, aggressively wide, and yet beautifully composed, with ground clearance so high that regular curbs would disappear under it without notice. This vehicle laughs at roads, and it hasn't even started moving. Slide inside, and the transformation becomes even more surreal. The Brabus Crawler's interior is unlike any luxury SUV in existence. It's minimalist but not crude, aggressive but not without detail. Every surface wrapped in red Brabus masterpiece leather, quilted in hexagon patterns, perforated for breathability and stitched with perfect precision. The Recaro-style bucket seats are carbon-backed, bolted to the frame and hug you like a race harness. The dash is stripped, with exposed carbon beams, Brabus-branded digital displays, and toggles that look like they came straight from a fighter jet. The center console houses aircraft-style switches, full telemetry readouts, and suspension adjustment controls, all designed not for luxury touring but for domination across the wild. And yet everything is stitched, aligned, and trimmed to perfection. A reminder that Brabus doesn't just build powerful vehicles, it builds statements. And the Crawler is shouting, "Open the roof and the sky pours in." This isn't a closed box. It's open-air madness, with a fixed roll cage wrapped in carbon tubing and armored side panels that create the feel of a futuristic off-road tank. There are no power windows, no cup holders, no distractions, just raw connection between the driver and the terrain that awaits. And even now, sitting quietly under showroom lights, it exudes motion. It exudes adrenaline. People pass by, take photos, ask if it's street legal, ask what it costs, and gasp when they hear it's a limited run. Each unit custom-built and numbered, with only a handful in existence. And then comes the question everyone wants to ask: how does it perform? And the answer is terrifying in the best way. Under that carbon hood is a 4.5-liter twin-turbocharged V8, custom-built by Brabus, spitting out an earth-ripping 900 horsepower and 1,250 newton-meters of torque. But they limit the torque to 1,050 for drivetrain protection. Not because they had to, but because even mechanical giants have their thresholds. It rockets from 0 to 100 km/h in just a few seconds despite weighing like a small tank, and it doesn't care about paved roads. It's made for dunes, for rocks, for desert chaos. The chassis is a custom-built steel frame, not borrowed from any Mercedes model. Not based on the G-Class, it's its own creature, designed from the ground up to do one thing: dominate everything beneath its tires. The suspension offers 20 inches of travel, allowing it to soar over jumps, crush obstacles, and land with a thud of authority. The drivetrain is permanent all-wheel drive with locking differentials and a 5-speed race-spec automatic gearbox that delivers torque like a hammer to the ground. The sound? Oh, the sound. It's not refined. It's not polite. It's pure animalistic fury. A deep, thunderous roar that echoes through the steel cage like a war cry, and yet it's tuned, precise, and musical in a terrifying sort of way. It's not noise, it's presence. And when you're inside, surrounded by red leather, staring down the digital gauges, gripping the suede-wrapped racing wheel, and feeling every vibration through the exposed carbon tunnel, you realize you're not driving a car, you're piloting a weapon. And despite being surrounded by other exotic cars in the showroom, Lamborghinis, Ferraris, even G-Wagons, none of them pull the kind of attention the Brabus Crawler does, because it's not just about price or prestige. It's about character. And this machine has more character than an entire garage of supercars. It's rare, it's real, and it's raw. It looks as good parked under the spotlights as it does airborne above a desert crest. And it's the kind of machine that turns anyone who sees it into a believer in mechanical excellence. People walk around and whisper. They say it looks like something from a movie, something post-apocalyptic, something forged in chaos, and yet it's here, real, alive, and waiting to be unleashed. The Brabus Crawler is proof that design, performance, and brutality can coexist. That luxury doesn't have to mean softness, and that exclusivity can be earned, not marketed. Every inch of it screams purpose. From the massive wheels to the carbon roof scoop to the 6-point harnesses and aluminum skid plates, it's a machine built with zero compromise. And it shows. Whether you're seeing it for the first time or the 50th, it never gets old, it never looks ordinary, and it never fails to impress. And so, here at KZ Auto Hub, we bring you the legends that others only talk about, the machines that go beyond trend, beyond reason, and into the realm of icons. The Brabus Crawler is not just a vehicle, it's a revolution on wheels. A physical embodiment of what happens when engineering is set free from limitations, and we're honored to showcase it in this spotlight. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the ultimate Brabus experience, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to KZ Auto Hub, where the future of automotive dreams is always just a click away. Stay tuned for more wild concepts, rare machines, and unfiltered performance. Until next time, drive fearless, live bold, and keep chasing the extraordinary.